Good morning, everybody, and good morning to you, Beckett. I hope everyone's doing well. I apologize for how this looks at the moment. I'm not sure what I did in the editing process to make it go all weird and blurry up top and bottom, and you can only see a small bit of this. Hopefully, I can fix it throughout. But for now, we're going to work on a really cool fall yin yang. Now what I've done is I've got a rock. I used a protractor or a compass to get a circle onto my rock, a large circle. I painted it black. And then I did a smaller circle, which is the circle of the yin yang itself in the center. So start with two circles, and then I drew in my yin yang symbol inside the circle. So I'm doing like a little bit of a frame around my yin yang. It's going to be a small frame right now with two gold circles around it, one smaller than the other one. And then the yin yang is on the inside of the smaller one. And then all the way out to the very edge is like the circle that I drew originally and painted black. So there is 3 circles on here now, if you are following. I'm not very good at explaining things sometimes. So in total, 3 circles. In the middle of the smallest circle is your yin yang symbol. And now I'm using a large dotting tool to put a dot at top, bottom, left, right, and then in the middle of all of those ones. You can see that I'm wiping off some and putting the dot more in the center. And so I just wipe it off with my finger, and then I go back and put black paint over the paint that I smeared across. That's just how I work sometimes. It's just the way I do things. Art is messy, and that's okay. So you're going to see me going back and fixing my gold as we go along, because some of it just looks a little wonky to me or too thick in some areas. I'm putting a smaller dot, still not very small, but a smaller dot in between those larger dots. Now we're up close and personal. We can see it a little bit better. And basically I'm using a smaller dotting tool, and I'm walking the dots around the smaller dots first. And then I'm going to walk around the large dots as well. So I start with a large dot at the bottom center and work my way up either side. Bottom, up, left, up, right. Bottom, up, left. Oh, I went that way that time. I made a liar out of myself. But normally, there's like a little routine to that. Now I'm going to do a wishbone right out to that gold line right out there. So it kind of looks like a leaf, but it's actually more in the shape of a wishbone. And those wishbones are going around the larger dots that we walked around. The smaller dots that we walked around, they're going to have like a point, kind of like a bendy point, like a bent triangle. It's more of a relaxed triangle. How about that? We're just bringing it down to a point right to that gold line. Going to stay all within this gold line. And this is all basically really fancy framework for our yin yang symbol. Now, when I look up the meaning of yin yang, it is in Chinese thought the two great opposite but complementary forces at work in the cosmos. Some people think yin is female and yang is male, representing masculinity, light and dark, good and evil, but basically together is balance. So I really search for balance in my time, in my day, in my life, balance between friends and work, friends and family, work and family, me time, like taking care of yourself, not pouring from an empty cup, that kind of thing. I am a big fan of balance. So the yin yang symbol to me, that's what it represents. You decide what you want it to mean to you. Look it up. Look at the origins and the meaning of it for yourself so that you can decide what it means to you. And really, it just means two very opposite things coming together to bring balance and beauty. And most of the time they're in black and white, but I like to do just a very different, drastic change between the two, between the yin and the yang. So one side, of course, I've done in gold flowers. We're going to be using berry wine, eggplant purple, which I'm already dotting with eggplant purple right now, just a little bit down in that blank area. It's kind of hard to see the purple on top of that black, but it's going to brighten up when we resin everything and we have it under some good lighting, because we don't have it under good lighting right now. But I promise you there's eggplant purple going in that space. Then we're going to use berry wine. I will list all the paint colors in the description if you don't catch it here. So purple, eggplant, berry wine. I'm also going to use pink melon and moon yellow. So we're going to do those colors to kind of make it look more representing fall and fall colors. The flowers, you can do leaves instead if you'd like. But I wanted to do flowers that kind of have some of the same colorings as the outer frame that we're doing right now. It's all going to be dotted except for the leaves and the opposite side of the yin yang symbol. So you decide which side is yin, you decide which side is yang, and you do what you want with it. It's all up to you. I'm just here to inspire, to show you my ideas. You might not like them. You might not like dotting at all. So you do whatever you want. You can just do this in black and white if you'd prefer. Or you can use silver instead of gold. It's totally up to you. So I'm adding the berry wine. I'm just kind of mingling it in a little bit with that purple so that it kind of, I guess, an ombre effect from purple to now pink melon. I don't dot this fast, so don't think that you have to work your way up to this speed when you get to my stage in painting in life. Trust me, this has been sped up or we would be here all day. And I don't got time for that. I really don't. So I'm just going to dot away and just give you some good news. My son Landon was in dire need of a place to stay. And he stayed with me for a couple of weeks while we got him settled into his first apartment. So he's 20. He'll be 20 next month. And he's got his first apartment. And I'm very proud and very happy for him right now because I can see him growing up right in front of me. Like I had to really kick his butt in order to get it in gear because he was kind of sitting in a bit of a rut. And I kicked his butt. I was probably way too hard on him in some areas, but I love that kid so much and I don't want to see him miserable anymore. And I don't want to see him not feeling successful and happy. And now he is excited and posting pictures of his first home-cooked meal and showing me lots of videos of his apartment. He now lives close, so me and Jax can go visit him all the time, and he can come here and eat dinner with me so that I don't have so many leftovers. It's very exciting. This makes me very happy for both Landon and Jax. So yeah, congratulations, Landon. I love you so much, buddy. I think it's going to make a whole lot of difference in his life. So I think he's going to do amazing things now. So I'm just mingling in some of that red and pink a little bit more. Just kind of make sure you kind of sit back, squint your eyes a little bit, look at the colors, see how you like it. Once again, you don't have to choose the same colors that I chose here. You can do these yin yangs any time of year. You can do a Christmas one right now if you want to. And put holly in the one side. Hey? Let me know if you're going to do that. So now I'm going to make the flowers. There's only a couple only one flower that really is like almost the full thing standing there. But the other ones are just bits of flowers and then leaves. So I'm going to make all the petals that I've got in here for flowers. They're going to be dotted with the eggplant purple. I'm going to be adding in some of that pink melon as well once the purple's a little bit dry. I'm going to do a little bit of flower inside that top circle that you see in the yin yang symbol. There's going to be a little bit of flower inside of that as well to match with the obvious flowers on that side. But then we're going to use metallic nail powder and UV gel to do the opposite side of the symbol. And it's just going to be holographic. It's going to shine like crazy and it's going to look absolutely beautiful. So I'm putting the flower in there. I've got to let it dry a little bit before I do anything else. I've got a nice moon yellow dot in the center of my flower, but that's really the only center I have unless we go into that little circle where I've put a spot there for some moon yellow to go inside of there. I've also put black dots on top of our bigger dots that went around the symbol. So those black dots are drying and those are going to be the same color as the leaves, which is going to be a greenish gold nail powder as well, just like the holographic powder that we're going to use, except for it's goldish green. So now that all of our paint is dry, make sure you don't do this part until all your paint is dry. I'm using a little bit of clear UV top coat for nails, normally for nails, but we use it on rocks because there's no rules here when painting rocks. Now I'm cooking it for about 120 seconds. I actually just had to get myself a new nail lamp because mine is like, I don't even know, probably about 7 years old. Time to replace it. So I've used the greenish gold on just the leaves. Put it on there, use like a little dry paintbrush to get all the excess glitter off of that. All the leaves have been chromed in green, and now I'm going to chrome the dots around the outside that we painted black as well. So those match with our leaves. And the next step is really just doing the holographic part. So I just want to add, just in case you don't see me do it, I do outline this whole thing, like the outer circle where you can see it match, like right beside the bare rock. We're going to leave that natural, but I am going to outline the gold so that it stands off the rock a little bit more. But we're going to keep the gold line as well. You'll see it. It looks different once you outline it with black. But I might not show that in the video, and I want to make sure you know that I did that. So here comes the holographic powder. I did the same thing. I covered that whole surface with UV gel. I cooked it for over 120 seconds just to be safe, because my nail dryer or nail light is getting old. So cooked it. Now I'm rubbing on the holographic powder from Iuilewatercolours Pigments, which I'll leave in the description. Hi. It's actually not Iuilewatercolours. Oh my goodness. It's Iuilewatercolours. And Jeannie, I'm so sorry I keep pronouncing it wrong. Iuilewatercolours. Amazing watercolors and amazing pigments on Etsy. So you can see that that is a nice smooth layer of holographic powder on there. You can't really see all the holographic part of it yet, but you will. Oh, you will. It'll even look even more beautiful once it's been resined as well. So I also did the smaller circle, which you can't see because I'm not really sure what I'm doing right now, but I'm hiding it from you because it's going to be a surprise. But I basically just put the holographic powder on the smaller spot on the yin yang symbol, which you will see it will be matching just like everything else. And that's the only place I'm going to put the holographic powder. So it's all matchy. I'm just going to make sure that I outline everything, make sure that all my gold didn't get covered up with holographic powder because sometimes it sticks. And I want to make sure my leaves are outlined with gold properly, I'm also going to be dotting in this little frame right now that I'm making sure is not covered with anything. I put some more black in there. I'm going to be dotting the inside of that frame there. But oh, look, you get to see me outline the rock like I was telling you. Just a quick outline to kind of separate it from the natural stone. Kind of like we laid this on top of the stone. And I'm going to keep the rest au natural because it's absolutely stunning. And it is going to change. It's going to look different once it's been sealed. You're going to see the natural beauty way better. And you're going to see the colors and this design pop right out of the, right out. All the colors just going to go bam. And I'm actually going to bring it out into the sun to show you because everything looks better in the sun. Even I do. So I'm adding black dots to these. I really like this. I like the colors. I like just how simple the flowers are with the black background. And of course, you can do whatever you want in the holographic side. You could have done big white dots in there if you want to. I just wanted to make sure it was very drastically different from the opposite side, which is the flowers. So now you can see I'm adding dots right on top of where the other dots were. So the green, right above there, I put a dot. Right above that, I put a dot. And then I put little dots in between those, just one, but I'm stealing the gold from the bigger dots. Because they're being selfish. They have too much paint. So I'm just stealing their paint to make the small dots between them. And that just kind of added to the frame a little bit more. I didn't want to just leave it blank. I'm going to show you a couple of things and get this guy resined so we can see it. Are you ready? I'm ready. This one is going to be sealed with resin, and then I'm going to add crystals to it. So it's going to look totally different once it's done. And I will post a picture of it here on YouTube for you to all see what it looks like when it's complete. And only you guys will understand what that picture is about, right? Because you watched the video. This is the Om symbol. To me, you can look it up, but you can also take it from me that it means peace, inner peace. Has a lot to do with us all being a part of one universe together and one. I really like that, and I like using the chakra colors with it. This is for Jackson's friend Jade, who's having a birthday party this weekend. And Jackson's going to be bringing a little piece of artwork for her because she likes art and she likes pink and purple. So happy birthday to Jade. And I can't wait for Jax to give it to you. I'm going to bring you outside so we can slow this down for a moment and fall in love together all at the same time. I'm going to step over and bring it into the sun just so you can appreciate it a little bit more. Oh, my heart skipped a beat. Look at that Lake Superior stone. It looks like marble. The colors are like bright, like just bam, they're there. Everything stands out all on its own. That holographic background is to die for. And it goes so nicely in contrast with those flowers and that black background. I just love this so much, you guys. Let me know what you think of it in the comments. Are you going to make one? Are you going to make one similar? I am going to put this in my shop as well, so watch for it in my Etsy shop. Thank you all for coming back and visiting with me again. I will see you soon. You know I'm going to tell you to keep painting. I'm going to put up another dragon eye tutorial tomorrow. Very similar to the one I did recently, but it's all watercolor. I love you guys. See you soon. Bye.